Hello everyone, it's Anthony Chadwich. We're having a little play around today just to see what you think about this. We're using Google Hangouts to just talk a little bit about some of the things that we're getting up to in the next few months. But starting off, as always, with the best bit, just a quick agenda. We're going to be talking about the pre-Congress day that we're announcing today, make a little mention about the virtual Congress, and then also just letting you know about the virtual exhibition, which many of you will remember we did last year, but it's bigger and better this year. The Gorilla Challenge, which I hope you've kind of picked up on. If you've picked up on that, perhaps just type something into the question box. Wendy, is that easy enough for people to see? It's fairly new technology here, so do we need to explain how they do that so we can get messages and you can perhaps feed back to me as to what's happening?
Yeah, I think so. On the right-hand side, there's a control panel very similar to the GoToWebinar. As Anthony said, we're all testing this out, so it's all quite new to us. But I think on the right-hand side, there's the chat section, which is the same as on GoToWebinar. So if one of you could perhaps just type something in so we can see how that's working, that would be great. Thanks.
We'll also just quickly mention next week's RVC webinar, which again I'm quite excited about. If you are down at London Vet Show, we're having our pizza, prosecco and banana evening, which I know many people have gone to. This is about the third or fourth year, I think, and it's such a popular, pleasant evening. People go to it before they go out for their evening meal on the Thursday night of London Vet Show. And then just at the end, we'll talk briefly about the Pet Congress and perhaps get you to have a look at the link for that, which I think is going to be really exciting as well. That's also in January. So first of all, I'd like to announce officially the pre-Congress day. We have the virtual Congress, which is happening on the 10th of January 2015, and I know most of you are on the line are Platinum members. Those tickets are still available at £97 plus VAT, but we're doing a pre-Congress day, and we're going to be talking about on the Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. we're doing antibiotic stewardship, and then 2 till 5 p.m. we're doing a social media masterclass. Really thrilled to have fantastic speakers. We've got John Blackwell as the president of BVA this year, as you know, and David Lloyd, who's the Emeritus Professor of Dermatology at the RVC, who'll be talking about the antibiotic stewardship. John looking particularly at the political side, which is getting a little bit more tricky as time goes on. So, you know, there is a danger that we will lose the use to prescribe some antibiotics. And I think that David actually got me more interested in this, although I've always been interested at the FACAVA conference in Dublin a couple of years ago, where, you know, they were doing an afternoon on antibiotic resistance, and it was in a small room and the room wasn't full, and he said, you know, this is such a threat to us, it should be compulsory CPD. Now it clearly isn't compulsory, but I do think it's going to be really worthwhile looking at. And if you can't get to it on the Friday because of course you're busy with consults or whatever, we will record it so you'll be able to see it at your convenience. And then in the afternoon between 2 and 5 we've got William Linders from Beyond Indigo Pet, who's done a couple of things on social media for us. He's going to be giving us a social media masterclass. Now I do think, again, you know, not everybody is getting this about social media. I think it's going to become more and more important, and so I'm hoping that many of you will come on, because if you do come on it, you're likely to probably be in the top 10 or 20% of people who are, you know, using social media in their practice. We did a webinar for Pedigree on Monday, and only about 20% of people are using Twitter who were attending that webinar. About 2/3 were using Facebook professionally. We're using it personally, and then about 50% were using it professionally. But of course, there will be people using it more effectively than others. So if you can pick up this information, perhaps get the nurse to sit in with you, then hopefully that's going to be a real benefit and will be a huge return on investment for both of those talks. At 6 hours of CPD, it's free for all BVA members, free for Platinum members, our Platinum club. So if you are on the webinar tonight and you're a BVA member or you're a Platinum member, then you can register immediately for that. £20 for non-BVA members. And the URL for that, Wendy, just remind me of it. Is it?
Yeah, I've just popped that into the chat box, so that'll be popped up in everybody. It's the internationalwebinarvet.com/pre-congress, but it is in the chat box for everyone.
I think there will be an option after you've signed up for the Congress, and I would imagine most of you, the pre-Congress, will be signing up for free, that there will be an option to buy a ticket for the virtual Congress, which is coming up the next day, midnight to midnight. It's going to be a Congressathon. Obviously, Platinum members only need to pay £97 plus VAT for those tickets, but what we're doing until the end of London Vet Show week, I think the full price tickets are £297, but we're going to be selling them for £107 at London Vet Show. They're available at that price. So for non-Platinum members who are listening, if you want to do that, you can get them for £107, and we'll kind of direct you that way after you've signed up for the pre-Congress day. The virtual Congress, if you haven't seen all the information on that, is available at the internationalwebinarvet.com, and you can see who the speakers are and what the topics are that we'll be covering. The new exhibition this year is going to be a lot more all singing, all dancing than last year. And again, if you go to the internationalwebinarvet.com, you'll see that there is a tab for the virtual exhibition. Click on that, and that will be open for a week either side of the Saturday of the virtual conference. And that is a free exhibition. You'll be able to come to that even if you don't buy tickets for the virtual conference, and it'll be an opportunity for you to visit many of the stands that you might do at London Vet Show or BSAVA, see the new products that people are bringing out, and I think there's going to be some competitions. So it should be really good fun, and you'll also have an option to chat to the people who are manning the virtual stands. So all interesting stuff, and of course we'd love you to have a look at it and tell us what you think. The Gorilla Challenge is also linked in with the virtual conference. We're wanting people to do an impersonation of a gorilla, put it up on Facebook, and then challenge 3 of their friends to do a better impersonation. If you are buying a ticket for the virtual conference, 10% of that will be given to the Gorilla charity over in Uganda. If you're not buying a ticket, then you can just make a £3 donation if you want to via PayPal, and we'll make sure that money gets to the charity in Uganda. It's not a British-based charity, so unfortunately we can't do gift aid on that. I'm not sure if I'm quite lip syncing with the lips, but of course new sort of technology, so do kind of let us know what you think of this. On Tuesday next week at 8 PM we've got Matthew Peed from the Royal Veterinary College talking about a study that he did on mobility in dogs using a joint supplement. It's a groundbreaking study. It's really fascinating, some of the work that Matthew is doing there, and that is available to register at thewebinarvet.com/lintbells. And Wendy, are you going to put that link up as well?
Yep, all the links are going up. There's the link to the Gorilla Challenge page on the website as well.
If we can just make sure, if you just let us know those people who are on, if you're actually getting to see those okay, and if this is working, or if it is completely irritating having me to look at. I can well understand that, because people have said in the past that I have a face better suited for radio than television, but there you go.
We have had some feedback, Anthony. Sorry to interrupt. Just saying that the audio is fantastic. It's really, really clear, but the resolution on the video is poor. and you do move around a lot, so I think it's a
Right, okay.
focus a bit. But
I'll try
it
and
just
stay
might be
still.
better with if you have a PowerPoint as
Well,
well.
let's
I
shall
don't
we
know.
put the PowerPoint on and see if that. I know we were trying to get that working before. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get this up and see if that is better.
As
Can you
much
see
as
the
we love your
PowerPoint?
face, Anthony, the PowerPoint might be better for a while.
Can you see the PowerPoint there?
Yep, if you can put it into slideshow mode, because it's not at the moment.
Yeah. Can you see the slides now? I've got it into slideshow.
We're not seeing it.
Just jump in quickly. I believe you need to change into slideshow mode and then go to screen share before after
Right.
you've changed
Okay.
into slideshow
Okay.
mode.
So let's go out of that. Get back to me. Go to here. Get this up. Change it into slideshow mode. It's difficult then to actually do the things, so let's see if we can get that right. That's the only way we can do it. Is that coming up now?
Not in slideshow mode. We can see the slides, but we can also see them listed down the left. So.
All right, you're just seeing that the once though so far.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll have to do it that way and just. Google Hangout is a marvelous thing, but we're obviously not. Oh, it's completely disappeared now. Wherever it went to.
Yeah, but we've had feedback. Richard has said that the PowerPoint slides did look very sharp, so it's just your face.
Okay,
that's
can you
fuzzy.
see them? Can you see them now? That's probably just as well, Richard. Can you see the PowerPoint slides now?
We're just seeing your face still, Anthony.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
Well.
Let's have a look. Is that better? Can we see
Yeah,
that now?
I can see the slide. It's not in PowerPoint. It's not in slideshow mode, but I think we can see that quite clearly.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I think we were just talking about Lint Bell's webinar with the Royal Veterinary College on Tuesday, 8 p.m. I think that's going to be really interesting. Dr. Matthew Peed is going to be talking about the study that he did on looking at mobility of dogs during this study where they were doing a double-blinded placebo-controlled study of a joint supplement, and this was looking over a 42-day period, and he showed a statistically significant improvement versus placebo using the joint supplement. So really groundbreaking study, and that's going to be shared on Tuesday, which is just before we go off to London Vet Show. We decided, didn't we, Wendy, that it was not a busy enough week in London Vet Show, so we decided to put something extra in, didn't we, just to busy things up a bit for us all.
Yep.
London Vet Show will be at stand A50, so do come over to that. We're going to have a gorilla theme to the stand, a jungle theme, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. And then on the Thursday evening between 6 and 8, we're running the pizza and prosecco and banana night, and that's at the Tower Room at the Hilton Olympia. An opportunity for people to do the gorilla challenge if they want to there, but of course very easy to do the gorilla challenge. Just you've got a mobile phone, probably with a video camera to it, so just do that and upload it to Facebook. So quite easy, but if you're struggling, I'm sure Wendy or Catherine can help you. And there's a few other little surprises we've got tucked under our sleeves for that night as well, aren't there, Wendy?
Yes, there is. Can we try and get your PowerPoint into slideshow mode? Because I think just on the bottom toolbar, there is the option to use slideshow icon, Anthony. Can you see where it says comments? And then over to the right, at the bottom in orange.
No, I can't see that.
No.
What side is that on?
Below your slide, over to the right, you've got the zoom 64%. And then just to the left of that is an icon, which will be the slideshow.
No, I can't
No.
see that, unfortunately.
No worries. Sorry, I thought it was worth a try.
Yeah. Oh, Zoom, a slideshow, so if we do it like that, maybe. Oh, we're back on to me again,
That's gone
which
to
is
your gorgeous face again.
unfortunate. Sorry about bouncing around, everyone. So, yeah, there we go. And the only other thing that I wanted to talk about was the Pet Congress, which we're going to be running this Saturday after the virtual Congress on the 17th of January, and that starts, I think, at 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Looks like a really great Congress, which is really for your pet owners in the practice, to give them some really good information, veterinary information, rather than some of the piffle that they find on the internet on a variety of issues. But I think, Wendy, again, if you can share that link on the petcongress.co.uk or .com, then people can have a little look at that. But that will be free to all Platinum members to actually push out to their clients. And if you're interested in that sort of thing going forward, that's part of the Diamond membership that we've been offering just recently to Platinum members as well. So I think that's the majority of stuff. Appreciate those of you who've come on just to let us know, what you think of new stuff. It looks like with the Google Hangouts we'd have to really improve the quality of the light, because my study is probably not the lightest room around. Anybody got any further comments? Has that been helpful? Have you got all the links that you need so that you can have a little look? I've just noticed a few more people coming on as well. Wendy, are all those links on? Where are we able to catch where people are asking questions?
If you go to the right, Anthony, on your sidebar, there's the chat option. There's chat, polls, attendees. Chat is the first one. Can you see that?
Ah, yeah, great.
And then just there's a blue chat section, and then it's the red chat section, public, below that. Can you see them?
No, I've got the group chat, but there's nothing down there at the moment. So as long as you're seeing that, that's fine.
Yeah, we've had a couple of comments. Bear with us a second. Just saying that the audio is better. Your webcam's not great, but the slides seemed very sharp. Owen has said that he would be more interested in the virtual congress if there was some livestock webinars and not all small animal. Is that something that we're thinking of doing maybe sometime?
I think, Owen, there's certainly the chance of us doing, a large animal virtual congress. We just need to get the numbers on. We did do a membership for cattle vets and horse vets, with our link in with the BVA. As you know, we offer a 50% discount if you're a BVA member, and we just found that there weren't probably the numbers that we would like to make it, profitable and worthwhile to do. Interestingly, and I don't know, Owen, if you're the owner, that you might be, but we've got Owen Atkinson giving a webinar on calf scour in early December. So we certainly haven't forgotten about the large animal and the equine guys. You've probably all noticed we're doing a very big series for MSD at the moment on horses. I think the next one again is in December, but there is already about 2 or 3 on the website that you can go back and look at your leisure. I think that's the webinarvet.com/MSD-equine-series, but Wendy can perhaps share that link as well.
Yep, it's already in the chat box, Anthony.
So I think if we're going to do a Google Plus again, we obviously need to make sure that the lighting is spot on. Although I think if I'm a little bit fuzzed out, it possibly is better for everybody, really, Wendy.
No comment.
I wonder, are there any other questions. Have people tried to sign up for the pre-Congress day? I would say again, Owen, that the pre-Congress day, obviously John Blackwell, as you probably know, is a large animal vet. I think there will certainly be some of the stuff that he talks about will be relevant, and certainly again with the pre-Congress day, social media I think is useful. I think it's going to be used more and more by, you know, even government agencies probably to get news of disease outbreaks and things. So I think certainly the pre-Congress day would be well worth you attending. Admit that the virtual Congress, the 24-hour Congress, which we've already got quite a lot of interest from, you know, Australia and Canada and New Zealand for, is all small animal and will be probably less useful for you. Any other questions, Wendy?
No, we've not had any other questions or comments come in. I'm just scrolling down, so we're still getting used to this software. No new comments or questions have come in.
Do let us know if you think that that has, you know, been something that adds, or does it just subtract from, you know, what we're already doing. So do you prefer the PowerPoint? And we've just kept it to the platinum guys today because we understand that you perhaps will be a bit more forgiving of us. But do let people know about the pre-Congress day, because we're quite excited to have such erudite speakers as John Blackwell and Professor David Lloyd. And, you know I've heard Will speak a couple of times about social media changing all the time, as you know, so is well worth attending. Obviously 9th of January, so still a couple of months off for that. We've got Christmas and things to look forward to before. So do have a look at the other bits that tell us what you think about the virtual exhibition, and hope to see some of you at London Vet Show next week. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and we will see you soon. And if we do use the Google webinar again, webinar Hangouts, then I'll make sure somebody changes me to the seat so I don't bounce around so much. Thanks very much. Take care, everyone.